listening to Royal Audio Tunes. Yeah.
It's about upliftment. It's about encouragement. It is about empowerment. It is about you and the young men in your life. Good afternoon. Welcome to the very first event of Raising Black Men Mentoring Program. And we call this Gear Up 2020. And we've arrived at the moment, we've arrived at the time. My name is Ricardo Bryan. Glad that you could have taken the time to join us. Now, here's what you do at this moment. Go ahead. Call the friend, text a friend, share this stream, share this live event, and it's also streaming live on raisingblackmen.org. It is an exciting day for us, and hopefully it will be the same for you and the young man in your life. So grab the kids, grab the young boy that you got at home, even the girls too, and let them know that Gear Up 2020 is now live. And it's going to be an amazing, amazing time together. And I promise you, there'll be something that you want to learn, something that you want to hear, something that you want to share, something to empower you. And Gear Up 2020 is here and we're live. Good afternoon. Right now, let's go over to a young man who will be giving us the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the roaring sea. Sing, 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 sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of a Let's march on till victory is won.
That's a wonderful selection of Kevin Ross as we kick things off here on our Gear Up 2020, our first event of Raising Black Men Mentoring Program. Of course, streaming live also on raisingblackmen.org. So many of you have been wondering, Ricardo, we've heard you spoken about it and speaking about Raising Black Men. What is Raising Black Men? So allow me to take the time to tell you about Raising Black Men. What's our story? Why did we decide that this program was necessary at this moment, at this time? Well, when last have you seen a police beating or really brutally affecting a young Black man? And when last has that affected you significantly? When last have you heard about the talk and how it made you feel as a Black parent or as a parent of a Black child? When last have you wondered if your brother, your father, your son will make it home alive? When last have you wondered, what should I do to protect my young man? Well, here comes Raising Black Men Mentoring Program. We believe that this moment in history and this moment in time demands that Black men step up and mentor young boys into the men and the man that he should become and he should be. We believe that this moment in history demands that we do not only become angry or we do not only become perturbed and frustrated. However, the moment in history demands that we do something about it. Raising Black Men Mentorship Program is responding to that call through this mentoring program that we have launched. And our mission, you may ask, our mission is to empower our sons. Our mission is to uplift our brothers. It is to engage the community, and indeed it is to impact the world. Raising Black Men Mentoring Program is coming face to face with the ills in our society and saying that our young men will no longer be endangered. They will no longer be a statistic, but they will be empowered men of standards, living up to the very potential and every potential that God has placed within them. That is the hope, and that is the determination, that is the mission and the focus of Raising Black Men Mentoring Program. Here at Raising Black Men at RBM, we call it. Our pillars of success, or core pillars, are to be accessible to your sons, to be available, to be reliable, and indeed to provide a space for them to be vulnerable. This is who we are. This is what we are about. And my story, personal story, is one who lost my father at the age of 8. But there were young men along the way who came alongside us and who was able to help mentor me in my life. We intend to provide seminars and retreats and workshops, to provide financial literacy guidance, to provide relationship mentoring, and of course, life support, just being there for your young man. And that's what we're about. So join us together with Raising Black Men. Let's be the change that you want to see. I'd love right now to introduce you to some of our mentors. As we go through the program today, we will introduce you to the mentors, some of the mentors who have signed up to say, Ricardo, let's go. We're doing this together. Here is the first segment of Meet Our Mentors.
Hi, my name is Wayne Elliott. I'm an executive director with JP Morgan Chase Bank in Westchester County, New York. I'm happy to be a mentor with the Raising Black Men Mentorship Program, and I stand ready to help mentor your son or the young man in your life to become the successful man he is destined to be. So sign up to be mentored today, and together let's be the change we want to see.
Hi, my name is Paul Walters, and I work in the oil and gas industry as a marketing and communications consultant, and I'm excited to be a part of RaisingBlackMen.org. I'm ready to help mentor the young men in your life, whether it be your son, your cousin, your brother, your nephew, whoever it is. I'm ready to help them become the successful man that they're destined to be. So sign up today for mentorship, and together, let's be the change that we want to see.
Hi, my name is Reggie Wright. I work for a local law enforcement agency in the state of New Jersey, in the administrative division, where I have the privilege and the honor of going into the school system each and every day teaching the character development curriculum to over 610 students from elementary school throughout the high school. I'm here as one of the mentors for Raising Black Men. I want you to go to RaisingBlackMen.org, RaisingBlackMen.org. If you know of a young black boy between the ages of 9 and 19, please register him for Raising Black Men. We want to help teach, train, shape, and form these young black boys as they grow into adulthood. We want to see young men, young black men grow up to be a vital asset to our community. Thank you. I look forward to connecting with you.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Roger Ball, and I am an assistant principal in the New York City Department of Education. It is said that when you get, you should give. When you learn, you should teach. Well, I have gotten much, and I've learned quite a bit. And that's why I am signing up to be a mentor and a part of the Raising Black Men initiative. I'm super excited. So because I have gotten much, because I've learned a lot, and because I've been mentored time and time again, that's why I am signing up to this amazing initiative. Join us. I look forward to meeting you in the coming weeks and months. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeff Goldburn. I'm a sales executive for a med device company here in New York, and I'm so excited and proud to be part of the Raising Black Men mentorship program. I stand ready, willing, and able to help mentor your son, brother, nephew, whomever that young man is that you feel could benefit from this program to help them become the man that they're destined to be. So if you know of someone, please sign up at RaisingBlackMen.org and help us help them become the change that we want to see. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Well, there you have it. And those are only some of the amazing brothers who have come alongside us and say, we want to be the change you want to see. And there are those who have come and said, we are here to mentor your young man. So if you're at home and you have a son, a brother, a nephew, a cousin, a young man that you said, hey, I think they could benefit from this program, feel free to go over to RaisingBlackMen.org. That's RaisingBlackMen.org, right there on your screen, and sign them up, because we are excited. We are ready. We're ready to be the change that you want to see. We won't be fighting the culture. We won't be resisting and being angry. We shall move that anger into action. Stand by, because there's more ahead. Okay, one of the things I told you would have happened is that we'll be giving away prizes today, and you're here just in time for that. We told you that we'd be giving away prizes to the first 5 persons who signed up for this Gear Up 2020 today, first 5 persons. And so let's go into them right now to tell you who are the winners of the first 5 gift cards, $50 gift cards from our sponsor. And they are Malik McCullough. Malik McCullough is all the way in Florida. Malik McCullough, you are the first winner of a $50 gift card to help with your back to school supplies or whatever mommy wants it to do for you, okay? Next, we have Jeremiah McDowell. Jeremiah McDowell, he is from Hinsdale Street in Brooklyn. Congrats, Jeremiah. Ready to go, bro. We've got Aiden Edwards, number 3, Aiden Edwards from Thomas Grover Middle School, West Windsor, New Jersey. Congrats. You won yourself a $50 gift card to buy something for school, okay, for school. Then we have Akeem Joseph McInnes. Akeem Stevens McInnes. He is from George Westinghouse Career and Technical Education. He's 15 years old. There goes our teenager. And finally, we have right now Elijah Adams. Elijah Adams, Elijah Adams is from Park Slope School in Brooklyn. So congratulations to our 5 winners so far. Much more to go. Don't worry about it. We have more cars to give away. Malik Makala, Jeremiah McDowell, Aiden Edwards, Akeem Stevens, and Elijah Adams. Congratulations. You did it, guys. You were the first 5 who signed up for Gear Up 2020. And just stand by because we have a lot more to give away for you today. Stay close. And of course, if you are of Kahoot, go on Kahoot. Kahoot it. I think that's what it is. My technical director. And we'll be doing a game coming up. Okay, so go to kahoot.it and type in the code 595-7615. Okay, it's scrolling along there for you. Go to kahoot.it and type in the game code 5957615 to win a gift card later on. We'll be giving away stuff because we're gearing you up for 2020. This is about gearing you up mentally, physically, spiritually, and also a little something in the pocket. All right, it's who we are, is what we are, is what we do. So let's go straight to our first speaker today. I think that's where we're at. First speaker today. Here's a young man that I'd love to introduce to you, and he's one that you're gonna want to hear. He has something exciting to share with you. He has something exciting to give you as you prepare for this program. Gear Up 2020 is about empowering our young men all across the world. In fact, we have people tuning in from Alabama, from Arizona, from Florida, right in the tri-state area where we are right now. It's about giving some empowerment and uplifting you as you take on the brand new school year that has just started. He is a son. He is a brother. He is an educator. And today, he is here to speak to you as one of the speakers that we will be highlighting today. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Jalen Saunders. Hey, Jalen.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good, man. Jalen Saunders, everybody, right here. Jalen, listen, man, glad to have you aboard. Glad to have you for Gear Up 2020. I want people to hear what you got to say to them for the next few minutes. Let me just put you right over to the main screen. Everyone, cool. Jalen Saunders. Jalen, all yours, bro.
Thank you, man. It's definitely an honor to be here with you guys. For those that don't know me, my name is Jalen Saunders, and it's an honor to have this opportunity for these next few minutes to speak to you about just this importance of mentorship. And, you know, as our brother said just before me, it's very important for us as young Black men to have these older and mid-aged Black men who have been where we want to go, who are doing the things that we want to do, to really look up to them because they have the answers that we need. All of us need somebody. And just some more about me before I get into that, because I'm getting excited about mentorship. I was born and raised in Queens, New York, and then I went to college in Washington, D.C. at Howard University. Howard University is a historically Black college and university. And there's really where I learned the importance of having somebody that I can look up to and having somebody that I can talk to. I think us as Black men, because of our experience, we have this idea that we know everything. We have this idea that we don't need anybody. And I think that that is one of the biggest mistakes that you can ever make. One of the greatest things that I've learned is that if you feel like you know everything, you know nothing at all. And I think that was a quote made, I don't want to misquote who it was, but I heard that when I was in high school, and I'm like, wow, the dumbest person thinks that he knows everything at all. And all that means is that the smartest person in the world knows that even if I know a lot, even if I have a bachelor's degree, even if I have a master's degree, even though if I'm excelling in high school, I still have a lot more to learn. And I think that that's the important thing that we need to take away from today, that there are men who are in our lives who are reaching out their hand to us and letting us know, like us as young Black men, I'm 23 years old, letting us know that I got you, that when you fall, you can fall back on me. And I think that that's our biggest fault in the Black community specifically, is that so many of us are fatherless. So many of us are big brotherless, meaning that we don't have big brothers that we can look up to, or our fathers might not be in our lives. And I'm not taking it away from the fathers that are in their children's lives. My dad is an amazing father and he's been in my life. But at that same time, I still have bigger brothers that are not my blood brothers. I still have fathers that I call my fathers. My bishop is my father. Why? Because of the way that he has extended himself to me. So all I'm here to tell you today is, as we start this program, I want you to be as open as possible. You might be fly. You might have all the answers. You might have all the girls that you want. You might, be excelling in school, but there's still a lot for you to learn. If you read the Bible, you see that every successful person in the Bible had somebody that was before them. David had Saul. All right. Timothy had Paul. Everyone had that mentor that they could look up to when they needed questions answered. And I know today, as we start this program, you have a lot of questions that are needed to be answered. I teach 8th grade algebra. So I teach 13 and 14-year-olds. And just transparently, I got a call the other day. Everything is digital online. I got a call the other day from one of my students, and he wasn't in class. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I started to get a little frustrated. And he was like, yo, I just had to pull a knife out on my stepdad because he was beating on my mom. And I literally sat there thinking to myself, there are young people in this world going through crazy things that we would never imagine. And it really takes that mentor-mentee relationship. Even if you think you know it all, sometimes you are going to need somebody. You might want to build a relationship with somebody that works in the field that you work in. You might want to be a doctor and you link up with a doctor. You might want to link up with somebody who has a type of marriage you aspire to have. You might want to link up with somebody that plays sports as nice as you want to play sports. But you're always going to need somebody. And it's really important for us as Black men specifically that we as we gear up. In order to gear up, sometimes you got to tear down. What does that mean? In order to build up as strong as possible, sometimes you got to tear down those preconceived ideas that you already have that you think are right. Sometimes you got to tear those things down in order to gear yourself up in the way that God wants you to be. So today, as we start this program, all that I want to say to you guys is tear down the things that might not be working right now and get ready to link up with a mentor and open up your mind and your heart to receive from men that want to help you and that might have what God has for you in your future. So I really, really appreciate this opportunity. I hope that you guys have an awesome rest of your year. I know 2020 has been rough, but God will see us through. And one way God is going to see us through is through this type of platform with a mentor that's going to help us to our next level. Thank you guys for today. I see that I was running out of time, but I really appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Jalen. Man, you provide what we needed right there. Young man doing a thing, making it happen. Of course, you told them the importance of getting mentored, right? And
Absolutely.
That guy could have knocked out his stepdad, but backed up. He came to you about
Absolutely.
it. Yeah. And you said exactly what we're about. It is mentoring. It's just providing that nudge to say, hey, let me talk to you about it. Jalen Saunders, thanks, my brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Right. It's our pleasure. Thank you for coming. And of course, that's just starting. That's just warming up. For those of you who are logging on, welcome one more time to Gear Up 2020. What is this about? It is about providing the encouragement, the upliftment, and the empowerment to your sons, to your nephews, to the young men in your life as they take on this brand new school year of 2020. You just heard from Jalen Saunders, and that's just the beginning of what you're about to hear. So in case your friend hasn't yet signed on, share this stream live right now to everybody. I think I've made it public again. Share the stream live. Also, it's streaming live on raisingblackmen.org. That's right there down there, raisingblackmen.org, because for the next 38 minutes or so, 40 minutes, we promise to provide you some more power-packed punch for the young man in your life. We gonna be the change you want to see. Thanks so much, Jalen Saunders, again. So right now, it's my pleasure to bring on board a brother who is like none other. He is the husband of Dion. He's the doting dad of Alith. He's a son. He's a big brother and little brother, whichever way you want to take it. I won't go into all his accolades and his accomplishment education-wise. I won't go into all of that. One thing I want to tell you is that this man stands ready to mentor your young man in your life, your son, your brother, your nephew, your uncle even. He stands ready. Help me welcome the first time Gear Up 2020, an RBM production, Dr. Maurice Cassell. Dr. Cassell.
Wow, 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 wow.
That's Warriors you're wearing. Is that Warriors?
You know it. You know it. I had to bring it out.
There you go. There you go. Dr. Cassell, you're going to talk about the mind. You're going to talk about mindset in gearing up. Take it away. All over to you, Doc.
Oh, Brother Ricardo, thank you so much for this opportunity. What an honor it is that I get to share with young men who are going to change their world. And can I say that again? And I'll say it this way. You are change agents, and I get to talk to you about changing your world. So listen, for the next few minutes, I'm going to talk to you about gearing up mentally and the importance of doing that. But listen, I need your help for this. I want you to lean in, come closer like I just did. Lean in, turn up the volume, shut everything out, and I want to talk to you for a few minutes. So here we go. I need your help for this. I want you, real quickly, you got about a minute or less to do this. I want you to get your favorite pair of sneakers, kicks, shoes, whatever you want to call it. Grab it quickly. Go get it. Go get it. So go get your favorite pair of sneakers, kicks, shoes, basketball shoes, whatever you want to call it. Just go get it, right? So go grab it real quickly, and I want you to type into the chat, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. So real quick, I'm going to begin with an activity, and I need your help. I need you to go get your favorite pair of sneakers, kicks, shoes, basketball sneakers, your whatever you want to call it. Go grab it real quickly, right? We only got like another 6 minutes, so go ahead and do that, all right? In the meantime, I got mine right here. I had to bust out the Steph Curry 7s right here. There you go. So let me know you got it, and I'm gonna check in the box, in the chat box, if you've got it. There you go. There you go. All right, just a few more seconds. Go grab your favorite pair of sneakers or kicks or shoes. If you have it on, that's great. All right. A few more seconds. Few more seconds. One more time. This is mine right here. Steph Curry 7s. Don't hate on them. All right, here we go. This is what I need your help with. Now that you've got your favorite pair of sneakers, your favorite pair of kicks, type it in the chat box. Let me know that you got it. If you have it on, that's great. This is what I need you to do. I need you to put those kicks, those sneakers right in front of you. Oh my God, LeBron's, get out of here, Vaughn. Put them right in front of you. Go ahead, put them right in front of you real quickly on the floor. Next, this is what I want you to do with those kicks. Oh, I see it. I've got it. I've got it. I see it. I've got it. Cool. Now, this is what I want you to do. Put those kicks, if you don't have them on, right in front of you, right in front of you. There you go. Then the next thing, because we got to go forward, the next thing I want you to do, I want you to close your eyes. Make sure you're not driving. Hopefully you're not driving. You're not walking somewhere, right? I want you to put it, there you go, right in front of you. There you go. And then I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes with your favorite pair of sneakers, kicks in front of you. The next thing I want you to do, this is crazy, this is interesting. I want you, with your eyes closed and with your mind only, I want you to make an outline around each of those sneakers. So starting at the left or the right, whichever you choose, go ahead and make an outline. But even before you do that, I want you to choose your favorite color. And I want you to make an outline starting at the heel, going all the way around. Make an outline with your eyes closed and with your mind only. Keep your eyes closed. Choose your favorite color, whether it's blue, red, pink, or gold, whatever it is. Make an outline around those sneakers. Go from the left to the right or the right to the left, starting at the heel. Did you do it? Did you do it? Keep your eyes closed. And make an outline, make an outline, make an outline around those sneakers. Excellent, excellent. Did you do that? Now, I want you to open your eyes. I want you to look around those sneakers. Can you see the outline that you made with the color? Can you see that? Can you see that? Did you see the outline? Can you still see it with your eyes open? Excellent. The next thing I want you to do, and we're going really fast, but you're going to get it. I want you to move those sneakers away. Just knock them out of the way. Excellent. Close your eyes again. Open your eyes now. What are you seeing? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? You're seeing the outline that you made with the imprint of your mind. What's the point, Dr. Moraes? Why such an interesting activity? Why close my eyes? Why draw an outline around my sneakers with my favorite color? Close my eyes, open my eyes, and now I'm seeing the imprint. Now I'm seeing the outline, even when the sneakers are not here. Here's the point that I want you to make real quickly for the next 4 minutes. Here is the point that I want to make with that. I want you to know that you've got mental power. That's really what I want you to know. Why such an interesting activity? I want you to know that you've got mental power. Look at what you just did with your mind in 1 minute. Isn't that amazing? Put that in the chat box, type it up, tweet it, post it. I've got mental power. What's the point that I want to make today in these next few minutes? In other words, I want you to know that you have the power to control, rewire, reshape your brain, and be mentally fit. Wow, such a silly activity, such a simple activity. But I want you to know that you've got mental power. You have the ability to rewire, reshape, reform your mind and be mentally fit. That's what we're talking about right now. So what's the importance of this? Real quickly, number one, it all begins in the mind. It all starts in your mind. If you can control your mind, you can control everything else. So that's number one. Number two, if you can control your mind, you can control your feelings, your mood, and your behavior. Wow. If you can control your mind, just like that simple activity, you can control your feelings, your mood, and ultimately your behavior. Number three, if you can control your mind, people and situations can't control you. Can I say that again? If you can control your mind, people and situations can't control you. And the last thing, and I am done. If you are mentally fit, it will help you to be physically fit and spiritually fit. So what's the point of all of this today? I want to challenge you, amazing young men, to always exercise your mental power. One more time, say it with me. I've got mental power. I have mental power. I turn it back over to you guys. This is amazing. I've got mental power.
Yes,
Ricardo, it's all
yes,
yours.
man. We got mental power, Doc. Mental power, mental power. And of course, when they can see it and can conceive it and believe it, they can achieve it.
That's it.
Yes, Doc. Thanks so much, Doc. And of course, representing Warriors every time. And
Steph Curry. And Steph,
Curry.
my boy Steph. He's going to be back next year.
Steph
Warriors
Curry
are back.
Thanks
See
so
y'all.
much, Doc. And ladies and gentlemen, these are the mentors. You must sign up to mentor your son. Okay? In case you've not yet gone over and signed up your son, in case you've gone over and not to sign up your young man in your life, remember, you can go over to raisingblackmen.org and sign them up because we're waiting to mentor them. Listen to what we'll be dealing with over this during this mentorship program, this mentoring time. We're going to be dealing with things like man and his school, education. Yes. Man and his work, career. Yes, career. We're dealing with a career. Man and his body, physical health. And you got to stand by because the speaker that's coming up later on, straight ahead, is someone that's going to challenge you physically. He's going to make the connection between the mental fitness and the physical fitness. We're going to be dealing with man and his woman. Yeah, we're going to teach our sons about relationships, how to be great in relationships. So that's part of the mentoring process. Man and his child. How do we mentor our young men to become great fathers? especially if they did not grow up with a dad like I did. Man and his mind. We just spoke about mental health there. Believe me, we have some of the best men on board and professionals who want to make that happen. Man and his God. We're going to address spirituality. We're not going to be indoctrinating. We're not going to be evangelizing. But we believe there's a place for God in the development of our young men in our society. And man and his life, purpose. How do we help him to tap into purpose? That's all part of our Raising Black Men mentoring program. That's part of the curriculum. That's part of the focus. That's part of the mission. Again, remember the mission: to empower sons, to uplift our brothers, to engage our community, and indeed to impact our world. That's who we are at Raising Black Men mentoring program. Hey, stand by, because coming up straight ahead, remember it's scrolling on the screen. Go to kahoot.it and type in the game code 5957615 to win a gift card, because we're going to be giving away another gift card right after this next segment, where I'm going to let you meet some more of our mentors. So right now, please meet a few more of our mentors of Raising Black Men mentoring program. Take it away, AJ.
Hi, my name is Dwight Cameron. I am the Director of Pricing and Performance for Dow Jones. I'm happy to be a mentor with Raising Black Men Mentorship Program, and I stand ready to help mentor your son, your brother, your nephew, your grandson, or any young man in your life to become the successful man he is destined to be. So sign up to be mentored today, and together let's be the change we want to see. God bless.
I'm Clyde Eady. I live in Clifton, New Jersey. I am an executive chef. I am proud to be part of the mentoring program RaisingBlackMen.org, and I would encourage everyone who have sons up to the age of 19 who are single parents or nephews or cousins to join the program. I'm sure that there are a set of men like me who are more than capable in helping raise the black men in this time and age.
Hello, I'm Dr. Maurice Cassell. I'm a behavioral health specialist and therapist. Listen, I am so excited to be a mentor with the Raising Black Men Mentorship Program. I want you to know today that I stand ready to come alongside you in helping to mentor the man that is in your life. So listen, go ahead and sign up today. One more time. Go ahead and sign up today. One more time. Go ahead and sign up today so we can all be the change that we want to see.
Hello, I'm Bishop Dr. Yutan Lang, and I am a medical doctor, a family doctor to be precise. And I am so happy to be a mentor with Raising Young Black Men Mentorship Program. And I stand ready, and I'm excited to mentor your son, your brother, your grandson, and all the young men to become successful, the successful man he is destined to be. It's really an exciting time because we know that we can be help. So sign up to be mentored today, and together let us, make the change that you want to see in your life. Thank you.
Hey, what's up? I'm Dr. AJ Daly, and I'm an architectural manager for a top consulting firm. I'm also the Youth Ministries Director for the Northeast Region Church of God of Prophecy, and I am honored to be a mentor in the Raising Black Men Mentorship Program. I stand by ready to help mentor your son, your brother, your nephew, the young man in your life to be the successful man he is destined to be. Now, what I need you to do is to go to RaisingBlackMen.org and sign up to be mentored today. And together, let's be the change that we want to see in this world.
And there you have it. These are those, and just still some of those, not all of them, who have come alongside me and said, Ricardo Bryan, we want to be the change, help be the change you want to see. men from all areas of life, spheres of life, different accents, different vocation, executives, law enforcement officers, medical, family doctor, I was corrected, PhDs, teachers, educators, fathers, basically successful black men in our society who want to say to your son, your nephew, the young man in your life, you are not endangered. You are empowered. And as we have been doing it, you too will be it. We will not stay by and become that endangered statistic. We will not be that race who they consider only have a certain lifespan. No, we shall be that people. These men who will become all that God has put on this earth to accomplish. And we say to your young boy in your family, particularly, may I speak right now to a single mother. My mother was basically a single mother after my father passed away. It took men along the way who came beside and said, we'll be here for little Ricky. Yeah, that's what they called me back then. We want to be here for little Malik. We want to be here for little Jordan. We want to be here for that young man that you're growing and you're saying, who's going to help me? We have Reggie to help you. We have Maurice. We have Roger. We have Dr. Lang. We have Jalen. I am here to help you figure out a problem with him. You're not by yourself. We've come together to say, hey, together, we'll help your young man figure through some issues that he may be having. And that's who we are, and that's what we're about. Okay? Now, I think it's about time to give away some more cards. Are you ready? Are you ready for some more gift cards? Well, ladies and gentlemen, help me bring on our what do you call it? Our game master, our game host with the most. Ron, come on board. Come on board, Ron.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Take it away, Ron. What you got? What you got, Ron? Ron is so excited. I think Ron got stuck somewhere. Is
Sir,
Ron
yes,
on?
sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, Ron.
All right. So I'm ready. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready, Ron. I
All
got
right,
my
All right, good. So that means that everyone should be on Kahoot at Kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. You've got to be there. You've got to register. You've got about 30 more seconds before we start playing this game. So make sure that you are ready to go. Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, now we're ready, buddy. We're ready. Take it away, man. I'm ready. Can I win anything or no? Am I qualified?
Yes, sir. All right. And then we're going to start this off. Yes, yes. All right. Now let's make it happen because you're seeing what I see. I think we're about to hit that start and go. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. What does the acronym RBM?
Okay, that's what the acronym RBM stand for. Let's go.
Stand for. Let's go. Yes. I see the answers coming in. I see them coming in. Oh, we only have 3 so far. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8. Come on. Come on. Put your answers in. And there we go. And of course, answer is raising black men. Going on to our next one. I hope you're ready. All right. We have Austin. Woohoo! Austin on top. 870.
All right, Austin, let's go.
Let's go. Question number 2. What does the acronym NBA stand for? Come on now.
Let's see. Let's see who's gonna hit this one. Let's see who's gonna take this one away, Rod.
All together. What does the acronym NBA stand for? 7 answers. Come on, I see you. I see you.
9 answers now.
Oh
10
my
answers.
gosh. Yes, 6 seconds to go. 5, 4. Come on, get your answers in. Get them in. Get them in. Get them in. Ha! And the answer is, of course, National Basketball Association. And look,
4 persons says NBA.
I'm telling you, let's find out who's on top. Austin, are you still on top? Somebody need to get Austin down. Come on now, go after Austin.
Come on, Joel, get him.
Come on, come on. All right, question number 3. Where did the Nike logo originate from? African American folktale, Italian folktale, Greek mythology, Michael Jordan's hang time. Come on now, get those answers in. 7 seconds to go, people. 7 seconds. Yes, yes. Come. Greek mythology is the answer. All right, let's see who's on top there. We've got Junior has taken the lead. Yes, Junior has taken the lead. Let's go to the next question. True or false? Barack Obama is the first black president of the United States. 18 seconds. Come on, get your answer and get your answer and get your answer and get your answer in. 4 answers so far. Come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I see it's a countdown. 7 seconds, people. Come on. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, 10 answers. All right, people, we need to know our Black history. Come on, also part of our mentorship. Let's go. Next question. Let's see who's on top. Junior is still on top. Go after Junior, people. Let's go. Question number 5. What? Let me see. What is the website? Is it raisinblackman.org or raisinblackman.edu? Come on now. 8 seconds. Whew. We got to go talk to our editor. There's a typo there. We got to get that in there. 11 answers, 6 questions, 6 seconds. Come on. And the answer is woohoo, raisinblackmen.org. And that's where we want you to go. All right, let's see who's on the top of the leaderboard. We've got Junior is still there. Come on, Austin. I know you're right there. Come on, M. Clark. Let's go. Last question. Come on, people. Let's go. Finish this statement. Be the blank you want to see. It's been mentioned many times already. Be the blank you want to see. Is it boy? Is it mentor? Is it change? Is it people? 7 answers. And the answer is 3 and 1 to go. The change is absolutely correct. Let's see who's on top, who has won this session. Ricardo, I'm excited because I want to see who's on the podium. We've got with 20. Okay, we have Danar. All right. Second place, we have Austin. And our winner with 4,004 points. The answer is Junior. Junior, you have won our game. You have done it. You have done it. You have done it. And I'm going to tell you, here's what you need to do. You need to make sure you go to raisinblackman.org. Make sure you take a snapshot of what you're supposed to be doing. Take a snapshot of your screen now and do not get off the line because we're coming back to you. All right. Ricardo, are you there? Let's go, Ricardo.
I'm right here, buddy. First of all, let me say congratulations to Junior, to Austin, and to Denmark. And guess what, guys? All 3 of your winners. So, yep, all 3 of your winners, and you are going to be getting gift cards. So, Junior, Austin, and Denmark, you got yourself some gift cards today. And of course, get your information, get it over to raisinblackmen.org, leave it with us, and reach them, guys, and we're going to get your gift cards, okay? Congratulations. Now let's move on, everybody. Thank you, the game host with the most.
See you guys next time. All right, be ready, be ready, be ready.
Okay, game host with the most. So let's move on, everybody. Now, ready to go? Let's go again. Here's another speaker. It's one of our mentors. He's a brilliant gentleman. He played basketball overseas for years. He'll tell you about that. He's a law enforcement officer. He is an all-round athlete. He's a brother who is so focused on becoming the best he can be and on ensuring that young men become the best they can be. Help me welcome right now to the Gear Up 2020, first, the inaugural edition, Reggie Wright.
Ricardo, thank you. I appreciate it, brother.
Of course, bro. It's all yours, Reggie. Take it away.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Listen, I have about 7 minutes. So I want to give you a little bit of history, a little background, and then we're going to move right into what I have to say, and then I have a short presentation for you. I was born and raised in the city of Trenton, New Jersey. I went to parochial school from grammar school all the way through high school. Once I graduated, I went from Trenton to Jersey City. I call Jersey City Trenton on steroids. I went to college there for 5 years, redshirted, playing basketball my first year. Once I graduated, I had a bachelor's degree in computer science. I went on, as Ricardo mentioned, I played professional basketball in Europe. I've been tasked with the privilege of talking about gearing up 2020 physically. What does that look like? What does that mean? What does it look like to prepare physically for this upcoming school year? So whether you're 9 or 19, there's a couple things I want to talk about. I go to the school system each and every day outside of this pandemic, and I teach the character development curriculum, where I speak to over 610 students in regards to how do you develop? How do you develop as a young student into adulthood, and how does character play a role into that? There's a couple things that I talk about. I talk about emotions, I talk about decisions, and I talk about goals. That's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about how can you discipline yourself physically that will then help you achieve your goal. Goals and the visions are important. If you want to continue to enhance yourself, develop yourself physically, it's not just about eating right. It's not just about going outside and exercising every once in a while. It's about self-discipline. A person that's self-disciplined, a person that can each and every day consistently do the things that they know are going to help them achieve their goal, are going to be very successful in life. I want to go with a quote. There's a woman named Angela Duckworth in a book called Grit. Grit, she calls it the power of perseverance. She says grit is sustained passion that is persistent, that is applied towards a long-term achievement with no particular concern for rewards or recognition. She says grit combines resilience, ambition, and self-control towards a goal that may take months, years, or decades. So when I talk about emotions, I have a 9-year-old son who you're going to hear from in a little bit. I talk to him about the 4 basic emotions: happy, sad, angry, scared. I say our emotions affect our decisions affect our goals. What happens when you physically are trying to prepare for something, whether it's a sporting event, whether it's that you want to become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, or if you're just 9 years old, like my son in the 4th grade, what does it look like to physically discipline yourself for your short-term and long-term goals? How do you channel those emotions when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're angry, or when you're scared? What are your goals? God has created each and every one of us with a mission and a purpose. What is your mission and purpose here? What is your goal? For Black boys in particular, if we have a mission, if we have a purpose, it will help us live a narrow life. When I was young, I used to go outside in the city and I would look around. And I'm from this disenfranchised community where there's nothing but hopelessness and despair all around me. And I used to ask myself, is this the life I want to live? I was born here not by choice, but I had a grandmother, an old lady from Corinth, Mississippi, that worked. She was a school teacher. She was a teacher aide. She would work there and then she would go work nights cleaning homes in Princeton for families. I had a grandfather that worked 2 jobs Monday through Friday. I saw what grit looked like from my grandparents. But when I would go out into this community, I would say, where's the hope? Education wasn't something I necessarily valued as a young buck. I just didn't. From 9 to 19, education was a means to an end, a necessary evil. But now I value education. I value it tremendously because I understand the worth and the value in getting education. As you prepare for 2020 school year, physically, I want you to think about how your emotions are going to play a role into what you physically want to accomplish. What kind of decisions are you going to make? I always tell my son, if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Hang around some friends that are going to help you physically. Hang around some friends that have the same goals in mind. Your short-term goal, whether you're 9 or 19, whether you're 12 or 13, should be the best student you can be. How do you maximize the ability and talent that God has given you on a consistent basis? That's through nutrition, right? You have to eat right, eat the right foods. You have to drink a gallon of water a day is what I tell my son. He has to go to bed on time and get up. He's 9 years old. I expect him in the bed at 8:30. I expect him up at 6:30. I expect him to physically get himself up, make his bed, to have his books and stuff ready for school, to brush his teeth, to do his chores. When we exercise, he has to channel his emotions, understand it's not going to be easy. Life is not always going to be fun and easy. He should have fun at the age of 9, but it's not going to always be fun and easy. He has to channel his emotions and make good decisions. What kind of friends does he choose in school? Does he choose friends that physically have the same goals as him? They're going to study and get good grades, right? They want to continue to progress and persevere throughout life. This all makes a difference. It's more than just exercise. As Ricardo mentioned, I became a professional basketball player, and that came through a lot of grit, a lot of grind. There's a lot of decisions I had to make when my peers were making different decisions. What kept me from drinking? What kept me from smoking weed? What kept me from chasing girls? It wasn't that I didn't think it was cool. It wasn't because I didn't think it was appealing. It's because I had a goal. A person that has a goal will live a narrow life. They will not be loose. It's perseverance. You have to have that in your life physically, no matter what it is. If you just want to lose weight, if you want to become a professional basketball player, if you want to be an engineer or a doctor, you have to be consistent in what you're doing each and every day. The main thing that goes into that is your attitude. I tell my son each and every day, what type of attitude are you going to put on display today? When you go to school, what are they going to know you by? I teach him this, Colossians 3:23. Work hard and cheerfully for the Lord and not for man. There's two components to that. He must work hard and he must have a cheerful attitude. Work hard is something he can control. I'm not asking him to be the fastest. I'm not asking him to be the most intelligent. I'm not asking him to pick up on the curriculum the easiest. But what I am asking him to do is to work hard. We go to the track and we work out 6 days a week. He knows he needs his rest. He needs proper nutrition in order to be successful in the task that's ahead of him. I don't take it easy on him. The world's not going to take it easy on him. So I'm not going to take it easy on him. But I have high expectations for him. All right. Dwight said I had 1 minute left, but I'm going to continue. I have high expectations for him, and I expect him to do what he knows is required of him. Now, with that 1 minute left, because I want to be responsible to the time, I want my son to come in here in a second, and he's going to talk about attitude. He's going to recite something I've had him memorize. Over the course of time, over the last 9 years, there's times where he doesn't always display a positive attitude. And attitude is more important than ability. Someone can have talent, they can have resources, they can have education, they can have all the giftedness in the world. I've seen people that were better athletes than me that didn't make it. This jersey behind me is about attitude. I want him to come up here and talk about attitude. Welcome, Isaiah Wright. Go ahead, son.
All right. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude in life. Attitude is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failure, than successes. And what other people think or say or do is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past, our neighbors, our family, or our parents. We cannot change that fact that people will act in a certain way, that sometimes friends, parents, and teachers get on our nerves. The only thing we can do is play on that one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Show me your friends and I will show you your future. There's a difference between a friend and an associate. A friend will never backstab you. A friend will never lie about you. A friend will never set you up. Most importantly, a friend will never make you feel like a fool for wanting to do well in school. Be honest. How many friends do you really have? Fighting is a major issue for boys, and all peer groups would like to see blood and not their own. Battles are fought for something you want. Wars are fought for something you need. Sometimes it's better to leave the battle, to just be quiet, and let the adult have the last words.
Good. Thank you, Isaiah. You have a seat. Listen, my time has come to a conclusion. If you want to connect more with me, go to raisingblackmen.org. But listen, I want to spur on our young men. The 3 things they say that we inspire to become is athletes, actors, and entertainers. We are intelligent people as Black boys, as Black men. You can be anything that you put your mind to. You have to work hard and have a positive attitude. We need more Black educators. We need more Black doctors, more Black lawyers, more Black pastors. We need solid Black men in our communities that can be a vital asset to our communities. Once again, go to Raising Black Men and let's chop it up.
Thank you very much, Reggie. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate that. And of course, we learned a lot there from Reggie and from Isaiah. Reggie said, attitude is more important than ability. And we're going to lock that in. Thanks, Reg. And of course, this is just a taste, mothers, parents, just a taste of some of the things that your sons will be experiencing as part of our mentorship program. This is just a taste. This is just a sample of what we plan to do going forward. Right now, there are some women who want to speak, and we're going to let them speak now. The voices of the mothers, speaking of raising Black men.
Hi, my name is Suzette Dodd. I am grateful for the Raising Black Men Mentorship Program. I am also grateful to Ricardo for taking the time out to reach out to my son and to encourage him and introduce him to this program. I know that with him and other young men involved in this mentorship program, they will grow up and thrive and be the change that we all want to see. Thank you, RBM. God bless. Bye.
Hey, lovable people. My name is Kiana Bradley. I am a licensed clinical professional counselor in Maryland as well as Washington, D.C. And I'm so excited to talk about the Raising Black Men Mentoring Program that was developed by Ricardo Bryant. And I'm so excited because I believe that this is the change that we want to see when it comes down to our Black boys, especially during this time. And listen, September the 19th, I need you to be there. This is a great, wonderful, awesome program that has Black men who are giving back to our Black boys. Mentoring matters.
Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bryan. I'm the proud wife of Ricardo Bryan, founder of RaisingBlackMen.org. I'm excited about the future of this organization and what it entails and everything that it will do and all the lives that it will touch. I'm also the proud mom of 2 little boys, and I'm excited that RBM has stepped up to be the change we want to see.
Hello. My name is Apostle Dr. Annette Lazarus Rose. I am a mother, a grandmother, and a pastor. I believe in the work of Raising Black Men Mentorship Program because I think it will help our young men to become the change we all want to see. Thank you, Ricardo Bryan and RBM for starting this program. I encourage you to give, to donate, to support, and sign your young men up. You give them as boys, they will raise them to be men. God bless you on this journey. I believe it is destined for success.
The voices of the women, the voices of the mothers. Yes, as Dr. Lazarus Rose says, as you give them to us as boys, we will prayerfully and deliberately do our best to raise them to be the young man that you want them to be and desire them to be. It's about 1 o'clock now, and so we just have a few more minutes to go with you. However, I just want to let all of you know, those of you watching online, this is a mentoring program with lots of plans in store. We intend to take this to a level to reach over 10,000 young men. Yes, we have set ourselves a target. We are intended to mentor 10,000 young men over the next 5 to 10 years. That's our goal. That's our determination, to be accessible, to be available, to be reliable, and to provide a space for them to be vulnerable. So please free to go online as you watch us and give generously, as one of our iconic comedians would say, to raisingblackmen.org. Raisingblackmen.org is right there. Go over there and just click on the donate button, or if you have a Cash App. You know, I'm not that tech savvy, but just go over and Cash App $RBM 2022, $RBM 2022. Please help us be the change you want to see. So as you watch, as you see what our purpose and our mission is, and our intention is about, hey, come along with us. Together we can do that. So asking you kindly to go over there and help us to press the donate button and give as you so desire. Our Cash App at $RBM 2022. Okay, Going up for the program, what's next do we have for you? I have one more speaker that going to wrap things up for us in the next 8 to 10 minutes. And this is all about, and of course, stay afterwards because I think I'm going to give away some more gift cards, okay? As we have been given, so we're giving. This is for your young man. He is a husband. He is a father of one, not 2, not 3, 4, and working on more, I'm told. Good afternoon, Seneca Ball. He is an educator. He's a pastor. He's an author. He's a brother. He's a son. He's a friend. He is indeed a great speaker. And today he's going to be coming to talk to us about gearing up spiritually, holistically for 2020, back to school. Help me welcome right now as you bring on screen Dr. Roger Ball. Dr. Ball, we've brought you on screen 3 minutes after the end of the program. Oh, we're still here. Thanks so much. He's also a lecturer, everybody. This brother is the busiest person on a weekend, but he gets them in right there as he has it. Dr. Ball, I'm just going to throw the ball to you.
Thank you so much, my brother, and good afternoon to all of my brothers and sisters out there and the young men that we are highlighting and focusing on and committing ourselves to during this, not only this broadcast, but during this time in history. Look, I believe that we have a moral responsibility and a moral mandate at that to make a difference in the lives of the next generations. And I'm super proud of my brother and friend, Ricardo, as well as all of the others who have signed on during this time to make a difference, to invest their times. And I'm proud to invest my time, my energy, and my resources to support this initiative. And I want to encourage all of us to do the same as well. Well, I've been charged with, for the next few minutes, to talk about the spiritual implications. I'm an immigrant, was born in Jamaica, migrated to this country as a teenager. And if it had not been for my pastor, my bishop, who took me under his wings and reminded me of my somebodyness, reminded me that I mattered, dreamt for me when I failed to dream for myself, told me that I should consider college when I did not even see it in my future. My hopes could have been dashed, my future could have been curtailed. But another man, another black man, took me, looked at me, and sat me down and raised me right. And because of that, I am personally committed to supporting my young brothers, whether you're in the adolescent years or you're on my staff or just someone that comes along. I am here and I'm so glad to be able to support. Just a few slides quickly that I'm going to run through in terms of the spiritual implication. The first one is to remember that your future is spoken for. It was God who said to Jeremiah that I know what I am doing. I have it all planned out to take care of you, not to abandon you. I have plans to give you the future that you so desire, the future that is right for you, the future that will make you great in front of others and before nations. You are loved, my brothers. Whether you are 50 or you're 15, you are loved. Whether you have done all that you are supposed to do, or whether you failed along the way, you are loved by God and you belong to Him and we belong to each other. So I'm here to let you know that at your worst, you are loved and that your future is spoken for. Don't let anyone tell you anything differently. God says it. I believe it, and that settles it, that your future is spoken for. And to Sister Susie and everyone else and all the mothers out there, I want you to know, never ever, and don't ever give up on your sons and your husbands and your brothers and your nephews and your cousins. It is said one of the worst things that could happen to any one of us is for us to stop believing in ourselves before our future unfolds in full bloom. One of the worst things that could happen to us is for us to give up on a future that has not yet been realized. I'm here to let you know that God has a plan for you, and that plan has already been orchestrated, and you just have to keep on walking in it. Next, critically important, remember to develop yourself. Remember to develop yourself. Wazwo Longfellow says, the heights of great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, they were toiling upward through the night. The word of God says that Jesus in Luke chapter 2 verse 40, that he grew in body. That's what Reggie was talking about, growing his son's body to be physically fit, to be mentally prepared, Brother Murray says, and to be spiritually equipped to face the world, to be who you are in this world, unapologetically, to grow into the kind of man that God has orchestrated for you to be, to grow. Right? Remember, there's not, Reggie talks about Carol Duckworth, that this idea that there's no such thing as fixed mindset, that there's no such thing as that you either are or you ain't, but that you can grow. This in the medical field, they call it neuroplasticity, that you can grow, you can develop, you can mature, you can become more, bigger, better, stronger, more intellectual powers, more spiritual stamina to pray and to fast and to read the word of God. You are more than what you imagine. You are more than what people think about you. Someone says, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Yes, you can. Can anything good come out of the ghettos? Yes, they can. Can anything good come out of your family? Yes. 1,000 times over. Yes, 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 you can. So what you must be committed to developing yourself. Amen. You have to read everything, read the latest literature, follow the news, study hard. Someone may be smarter than you, but they must never outwork you. While they're playing around and having some fun, you keep on doing the things that you're supposed to do. And there's a place for smart, but smart is not everything. Do the work, put in the time, and before you know it, you'll be on your way. Next. You could just wrestle your impulses into submission. I love this. When Cain's sacrifices weren't accepted, God spoke to him and says, why are you throwing a tantrum? Why are you sulking? Why? If you do well, it will be accepted. Your sacrifices will be accepted. And if you don't, sin is lying in wait at your door, ready to pounce, ready to arrest, ready to seize, ready to detain. But then he says, you've got to master it. And this is the message, and this is the word for all of my brothers, the young ones and the older ones and the mature ones and the bald-headed ones and those with gray hair as well. Wrestle your impulses, because it has always been the small foxes that spoils the vine. And so whatever it is, your impulse might not be mine. Your tendency to go off the reservation, to roll off the tracks, to do the things that you know you're not supposed to do, wrestle that, my brothers. It's not a judgment, but wrestle it. Master your sins. Master your impulses. Master your anger. Master your tendency to your substance abuse. Master your desire to take risks. When you master all of those, bring them under subjection to the will of God and to your own future. Bring them under subjection for a better future, for a brighter tomorrow. Master your impulses. Master them, because if you don't, bit by bit, those impulses will create a future that was not what God intended for us. Master them. Next, be willing to be mentored. When I consider and when I listen to these my colleagues that were on here, Dr. AJ, Dwight, Dr. Maurice Cassell, Brother Ricardo, and Dr. Ling, and all of these people, Brother Reggie, these are men that are a part of our lives. The scripture reminds us that we have that that we are compassed by so great a cloud of witnesses. You are not alone. The path has been set already for you, and so lean in onto the recorders of your life. Lean in onto the Regis of your life. Find other men who will love and care for you. Be Elijah and Elisha, Paul and Silas and Timothy. There's Ruth and Naomi, and I could go on and on. There's Moses and Joshua. We all are, and I mean, I could go on and on. There's so many men in our lives, and sometimes society will have you to believe that they're just not enough men around for us to connect together. Well, we are here. Society has rendered us invisible. I think about times when I go to the doctor's office with my wife and my children, and the doctor would sit there and would talk to my wife and pretend as though I am not in the room. You are in the room. God puts you in the room. God places you in high places, and God places other men in the room with you. And so I want to encourage you and all of the young ones and the older ones to know that God has placed men in your lives. Let's go to the next slide quickly as we come to a conclusion. Overcoming obstacles. The word of God reminds us no weapon that's formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against us in judgment is already condemned. It is not the obstacles that you face. Are you willing to get up and keep running? We will all fail. We will all have difficult days. We will all have bad days. But I promise you this: if you keep getting up, if you keep moving forward, you will succeed. Next. Look around you. Look around you, my brothers. Look around you. There, Hebrews says we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin that does so easily beset us. You stand on the shoulders of giants, and you have great men in your lives that are prepared. And that's why we started this initiative, Raising Black Men, because we are committed to you. God has placed us here on earth for each other to be our brother's keeper. Those who have the skills, let us share it with others. Those who have jobs where we could open opportunities, let us bring our brothers in. Let us populate academia and the workforce and corporate America. Let us bring our brothers in and say, because I got in, I'm opening the door so that you could get in as well. In my final minute, let me say this. My next slide. You are to love yourself. God says the greatest evil that can befall any man, any of us, is for us to get to the place that we should not love ourselves, that we should think ill of ourselves. Let us love ourselves. Let us know that we are created in the imago Dei, in the image of God. Let us remember that you're going places, that you're on the uprising and on the upswinging, that God has placed you here on earth to be, to do, and to become all that you can be. I trust the Lord that you will fight the good fight and become the man that you were intended to be, the husband that you were intended to be, the brother that you were intended to be. We're no longer fighting each other, but we're fighting not against each other, but for each other. God richly bless you. Much love, much peace, much joy. Love yourself, love God, love each other. Back over to you, my brother and friend.
And thank you so much, Dr. Roger Ball. Thanks for those sound words. And of course, what I'll hold on to is that we are basically here for each other, not against each other, for each other. And essentially, we're paying it forward. Well, folks, that's what brings us to the end of our first Gear Up 2020. This is just a setup, letting you know what we're about, letting you know that this initiative, this empowerment program that we have launched, is not just something we're talking about. Those of you who've given so far, let me tell you, thank you for helping us be the change that you want to see. It is you, is what you have done, it's your encouragement. Every time we look on and see somebody did a PayPal, go online and make a donation, or did a Cash App, it made us say, yes, there are people behind us who are supporting us, who want us to do this and do this the best that we can. We're here for your sons. We have executives, doctors, chefs, entrepreneurs. We have everyone here as successful men of standards. We even have women, as you saw the ladies who affirmed what we're doing. We have women behind the scenes who are helping us with this. Her name is, well, right now we have one, her name is Denise Hill, who've been working along with us and saying, hey, we got you. We're doing this together. It takes a village to raise a child. And we are that village you're searching for and seeking for. Your son is not at risk. Your son is at home. And if you go over to raisingblackmen.org and sign them up, they'll find a place. If you go raisingblackmen.org and donate, we'll have resources to help spread alongside everyone. How can you get involved? Get involved by sharing this program to the world. Get involved by giving. Get involved by registering your young man who you want to be helped. We have in fact, AJ, if you can bring a few folks on them on the scene, that's fine. Bring them on live if they have not yet put on their sneakers and stuff, bring them up. Just bring them on. Whoever we have there, here's Alith, bring them on. You can take off the poster, bring them on. Whoever, bring on my stage manager, just bring them on for everybody to know. Bring on Ron, the game host master, bring on Dr. Ball, just bring them on. Let everybody see just some of who we have. These are just that's AJ up in the corner keeping us live on here. Let everybody know who we are, that we're here, that we're doing this together. And it is all part of being the change that we want to see. And of course, we have an entire team with us. So thank you all who have tuned in. This is just the start. This is just the beginning. Come October 24th, this is going to be our first group session. October 24th, our first group session, and we're going to divide it up. It's going to be from 14 to 19, and going to be from 9 to 13. If your child fits between 9 to 13, you can sign up for one group. 14 to 19, sign up for another group, because we're going to face-to-face with them. Eyeball to eyeball them. We're going to do that for your sons in your life. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking this moment. This has been Gear Up 2020. And of course, for those of you who have won gift cards, go online and put in your addresses. We got you. In fact, I have 3 more gift cards to give away. Let me go ahead and tell you who I've given them to. There are people who signed up from Arizona. You have your gift cards that I'm going to give to you. If I can only find the name right here. Okay, we have Arizona. I'm going to give to you Daniel and David Thompson. You're going to get some gift cards. Micah Cooper from Ronkonkoma. You're going to get some gift cards. Zion from Philadelphia. You've won a gift card. And Jeffrey Thompson, I believe Jeffrey is from Alabama. He signed up from all the way Alabama. You have won yourself a gift card. And that's just what we're doing. We're giving to you and yours. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of raisingblackmen.org. Today is the first step in what we will hope to be a journey of thousands and thousands of miles, reaching thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of young Black men in our society, indeed around the world. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We are here to be the change you want to see. God bless.